and welcome back to Nightmare Gaming. My name is Anthony, and welcome to this week's Hit or Miss One Beard Reviews, where we are going to be talking about Realms of Chaos, a platformer game made in 1995 by our good friends over at Apogee Software. We must, and when I say we, I mean me and Tropico, we must have gotten an Apogee Humble Bundle at some point, because that is the only reason I can think of to explain why we've got a bajillion Apogee Software games. That is the only reason I can think of. Anyway, onto this game. As it is made in 1995, the graphics are, as you can expect, they are very pixelated, but they are in the old way of being pixelated, not this new way that tries to make them look old and just fails. And I don't mind that, because I understand the limitations that were floating around for games back then, and I just can't fault the art style. So yeah, nothing really wrong there. Again, the music going what they had. They didn't have a lot of space. The music is very nice. It's got sort of an upbeat jungle temple feel to it almost. So again, I can't fault on that. The cinematics. The only cinematics I can really find is when you change character in this, where there's a flash of lightning as you change, and I again can't really. It's a nice looking thing for what it was back then. In fact, even if this was made today, I don't think I'd have a problem with any of it. You know, if it was made by a small indie studio, I wouldn't have a problem with this game even today in terms of any of that. Story, I haven't got a fucking clue. You're going through this area filled with gribbledy-gooks trying to kill them and get to the other side. I don't really know if there is a thing for it, like an end to the story. I guess it's, you're here, kill these things because they're not very nice, I guess. In terms of content, again, like a lot of these games, that is where it lies. There is there does seem to be a good amount of content floating about. The levels are nice and lengthy. The gameplay is definitely there. The levels are varied enough so they don't look like copy paste of each other. So in terms of content, I'd say it's pretty not bad at all. The controls are a little bit weird. The controls are arrow keys to move, control to jump, alt to fire, and space to swap between your characters. It's a little bit weird. I would say if you know what you're doing, remap them to something you'd be a bit more comfortable with. But, you know, I mean, I suppose it could have been worse, but I personally wasn't a fan of these controls. And in terms of gameplay, well, you are either a warrior or a sorceress. You can switch between. If you're the warrior, you have a sword. And if you are the sorceress, you shoot fire. And if you shoot the fire as a sorceress, you consume gems, which you find throughout the various levels. Your basic goal is to go through one end to the other in this 2D world and start shooting them. Start shooting all the baddies, start slashing all the baddies, which there seem to be a nice varied amount of. And I just cannot fault it at all. It was a nice, solid game, but you know what? There's just something there. I don't know what it was that I just couldn't get along with, and I wasn't enjoying it. If you enjoy this sort of game, I could see why it'd be for you. I can't, I'm afraid, so I'm gonna have to give Realms of Chaos this week a miss. But there's no reason. It's just my personal thing on this. In terms of everything, you know, graphics, music, content, control, it's fine. It's just I couldn't get on with it. Just not for me. Again, you guys might like this, but unfortunately, I'm giving Realms of Chaos a miss. So that's where I'm going to end the Hit or Miss One Beard reviews for this week. So thank you everyone so much for watching this week's Hit or Miss One Beard reviews. I've been Anthony, Nightmare Gaming. As always, have a good day and a scary night. Bye bye.